Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight on the show, I want to say I am here to tell you who are the top 8 teams that are left. I'm gonna rank them 1 through 8. Here we go. I apologize. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. 1 through 8, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Number 1, Baltimore. Until they dethrone them, I'm gonna say Baltimore's still the best team in the NFL. Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram's a little bit banged up. He's got a hamstring injury. But they got that defense. Earl Thomas. I still think they're the number 1 team in the NFL. They got the running game steadily. The defense is pretty damn good too, man. I got Baltimore number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna put Minnesota at number 2. I was very impressed with what I saw from them defensively. The way they were able to come up with that strategy to defeat the Saints, man. They ran the football. Dalvin Cook was fantastic. Kirk Cousins probably had the biggest game of his career. I was really impressed. Mike Zimmer, excellent game plan. Defensively executed it. Minnesota, number 2. Number 3, I'll put San Francisco. They got talent over the damn field, Now they may get a little bit healthier on the defense. Last week, that's been the problem. Defensively, they have not been that good. But now they're getting their players back from the injury. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be his first playoff game. We're going to see how he does. Also, Kyle Shanahan, he's been in the playoffs as an offensive coordinator. But this will be his first playoff game as a head coach. But they got talent over the damn place. But there is a possibility. I ring Minnesota higher. There's a possibility Minnesota could get it once again, get the W just like they did last week versus the Saints. Let's see what happens. Number 4, I'm going to put Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, fantastic. A top 3, top 5 quarterback. The thing that I do have some concerns about Kansas City. The defense, it did come on strong. It didn't come on strong a little bit as the year went on, towards the end. But they can't run the ball for shit, man. LeSean McCoy's washed up. They have no running game, man. The Kansas City Chiefs have no running game. That worries me about Kansas City. Andy Reid usually struggles with making decisions or managing the clock in the playoffs. I don't know why, but he does seem to struggle when it comes to managing the clock and making late game decisions in the playoffs. I don't know why his backside gets a little bit tight, but we'll see what happens. A lot of people have them for the Super Bowl. I have questions about their defense and their running game. Number 5, I'll put Green Bay. I think Green Bay. I think the door has opened with Green Bay now with the Saints out. Now they still have to face possibly San Francisco, who they got their ass whooped 35-7 in the regular season. But now at least they don't have to deal with the Saints anymore. And if the Vikings somehow upset the 49ers, then they got to play Minnesota, and then they already beat them twice this year. So I think the Packers, they probably benefit the most from the Saints getting eliminated. I still have questions about Matt LaFleur. Supposedly he's gonna really bring out the true playbook in these playoffs. He said they were only going about 50 to 75%, and the real playbook 100% is coming out in these playoffs. I also have concerns about the wide receivers, Davante Adams, and a bunch of average wide receivers. So I have some concerns, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Number 6, I'm gonna put Houston. I love Deshaun Watson. I love the wide receivers. I love the running game. I love the offense. Defensively, I'm not as high on the defense. I do think they're a better team just when they have J.J. Watt out there, just because his presence, makes that defense better. We saw that they were struggling. They were flat. And then once J.J. Watt got that damn sack on Josh Allen, all of a sudden everybody got inspired. He is the leader of this team, at least the defense. And so just because they will have J.J. Watt out there once again, they should be a little bit better defensively just because of his presence. I still got some concerns about Billy O'Brien. Same thing as Andy Reid and Matt LaFleur. Can he, he's late decisions. I went through it last week. Overtime was unnecessary. Could have kicked a field goal when they were up 19-16 and taking a 22-16 lead, and probably would have stopped them on 4th and goal, and they would have won the game 22-16 without having to go to overtime. sometimes he's terrible when it comes to late decisions in game, and same thing as Andy Reid when it comes to clock managing. So I'm a little bit worried about their defense, and I'm a little bit worried about Billy O'Brien making decisions late in the game when it comes to the clock managing and stuff like that. Number 7, I'm gonna go with Seattle. Um, you know, I was impressed with the way DK Metcalf played in that game, man. He was fantastic. He really was. He was a player of the game. Russell Wilson has done a good job, man. It seems anybody, Doug Bolden, whoever the hell you give Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, he just makes them into a household name, man. It is amazing to watch. My concerns with them is the defense. They're not that good defensively. They're just not. So that's my biggest concern with them. But I actually like this team, I like, obviously, Russell Wilson, top 5 quarterback. Pete Carroll knows what he's doing. I have some questions about the running game. Marshawn Lynch, how much does he have left in the tank? Homer, the third string running back. They kind of got a little bit of a pass with Carson Wentz going down. But I will say this. I still think it would have been a close game, and I think Seattle would have won a close game if Carson Wentz would have played. Seattle is known for close games, and I think they will play another close game this weekend versus Green Bay. But I got Seattle number 1. I actually like their team. My only concern is their defense. That's my only concern for Seattle. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Tammy, I'm not too sure what to make of that W versus the Patriots. Pat yourself on the ass. It was a hell of a W, but you did have some former Patriots players in there. Obviously, the head coach, Mike Vrabel, was in New England for many years as a linebacker, won 3 Super Bowls. I believe he was there from like 2001 to like 2009. So he really knows Bill Belichick's system. Same thing, Dion Lewis, the running back, he was also a part of New England. Malcolm Butler, the cornerback, obviously known for intercepting Russell Wilson in that Super Bowl a few years ago. I believe Super Bowl 49. So yeah. Sometimes I do think, was it possible that they were just too familiar with the Bill Belichick system? Mike Vrabel, Dion Lewis, Malcolm Butler. I don't know. You look at that game. Ryan Tannehill didn't do much. 15 passes, only 73 yards. Derrick Henry was fantastic. Defensively, they were fantastic. But was it a lot that they just were the coach, Mike Vrabel, and some of the players were just simply way too familiar with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick has lost to his former assistant. He lost to Brian Flores in Miami. Last year, he lost to Matt Patrice in Detroit. He has been known to losing to his former assistants. So I want to see. It might be a bunch of. We might be making a little bit more of this. Like I'm way more impressed with the Minnesota win over New Orleans than I am over the Minnesota than I am over the Tennessee win over New England. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Those are the top 8 teams, and we'll see what happens. I will have my preview in a few nights. But until next time, I'm out like a light. Holla at your boy.